Have you ever wondered why some people seem to bounce back from failure stronger while others crumble? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? You see, our society often paints failure as a dreadful end. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if failure is not the end but merely a stepping stone towards success? Consider Thomas Edison. He failed 1,000 times before he finally invented the light bulb. Or Walt Disney, who was fired from a newspaper for not being creative enough. Yet, these individuals didn't let failure define them. Instead, they embraced it, learned from it, and ultimately triumphed over it. So, let's redefine failure. Let's see it not as a crushing defeat, but as a chance to learn, grow, and come back stronger. Because in the grand adventure of life, it is not the absence of failure, but the courage to continue that truly matters. Failure, as it turns out, might just be the secret ingredient to success. Risk. It's a term that often carries a negative connotation, but should it? Imagine a world where no one ever took a risk. Everything would be predictable, unchanging, stagnant. Where would innovation be? Where would progress be? The world as we know it today, filled with remarkable inventions and breakthroughs, is a testament to the power of risk-taking. Let's consider the Wright brothers. They risked ridicule and failure, pushing the boundaries of the known world to take flight. If they had chosen to play it safe, our world might be a little less connected and a little less advanced. And what about personal growth? Risk-taking is not limited to world-changing inventions. On a personal level, taking risks allows us to break free from our comfort zones, to learn, and to grow. Each risk we take is an opportunity to discover new aspects about ourselves, about our capabilities, our strengths, and even our weaknesses. Think back to the last time you took a risk. Perhaps it was asking someone out on a date, starting a new project, or moving to a new city. Regardless of the outcome, whether you succeeded or failed, it led to an experience, a lesson that you wouldn't have gained if you decided to play it safe. The beauty of risk-taking lies in its uncertainty. It's about venturing into the unknown, embracing the possibility of failure and yet pressing forward. It's about realizing that failure is not the end, but rather a stepping stone on the path to success. In the words of the great inventor Thomas Edison, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This perspective, this resilience is what defines a true risk-taker. Playing it safe may provide a sense of security, but it can lead to stagnation. It's when we step out of our comfort zones, when we dare to risk, that we truly begin to live, to learn, and to grow. Embracing risk, therefore, is an essential part of growth and progress. So, if taking risks is so important, why do we fear failure so much? The answer lies within the realm of our psychology. We are social creatures, wired to seek approval and acceptance. We are taught from an early age that success is good and failure is bad. This simplistic binary often creates a deep-seated fear of failure, a fear that can hold us back from taking risks and reaching our full potential. Our fear of failure is also amplified by societal pressures and expectations. We live in a world that often equates success with happiness and worth. We're told that to be successful, we must achieve certain milestones, whether it's getting a high-paying job, buying a house, or starting a family. When we fall short of these expectations, it can feel like we've failed, not just at a task, but at life itself. But here's the thing, failure is not a bad thing. In fact, it's a natural part of the journey towards success. Every great innovator, every successful entrepreneur, every world-changing leader, they've all experienced failure. What sets them apart, however, is their ability to see failure not as an end, but as a stepping stone towards success. So how can we overcome our fear of failure? It starts with reframing how we perceive failure. Instead of seeing it as something to be avoided, we need to see it as a learning opportunity. Each failure brings with it valuable lessons that can guide us towards success. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about learning to fail forward. Furthermore, we need to separate our self-worth from our achievements. Just because we fail at something, it doesn't mean we are failures. Our worth is not determined by our successes or failures, but by who we are as individuals, the values we uphold, the relationships we nurture, and the positive impact we make in the world. Remember, failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a testament to your courage. Don't let fear of failure hold you back. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you towards your goals. After all, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get up and keep moving forward. But how does all this tie into pursuing your passions? Let's delve into that, shall we? Passions are the core of who we are. They are the driving force behind our actions, the fuel to our fire, and the heartbeat of our dreams. But the path to pursuing our passions isn't always a walk in the park. It's a winding road filled with bumps, detours, and sometimes dead ends. It's a journey that can be fraught with risks and failures. Yet it's these very risks and failures that shape us, mold us, and ultimately empower us. Consider the story of a young woman who had a deep-rooted passion for writing. She faced countless rejections, endured numerous setbacks, and even battled personal tragedies. But she never gave up on her passion. She took risks, faced failures, and kept pushing forward. Today, she's one of the most celebrated authors in the world. You know her as J.K. Rowling. Or think about the young man with a fascination for technology and a vision to change the world. He dropped out of college, started a company in his parents' garage, and faced a string of failures. Yet he stuck to his passion, took risks, and pursued his dream relentlessly. That man was Steve Jobs. These are not just stories of success. They are tales of passion, resilience, and the audacity to take risks and embrace failure. They are testaments to the fact that when we pursue our passions, we not only unlock our fullest potential, but also pave the way for extraordinary achievements. So, when you think about pursuing your passions, remember this: it's not just about finding what you love to do. It's about having the courage to take risks, the resilience to embrace failure, and the perseverance to keep going, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, our passions are what make us feel alive. They give us a sense of purpose, a reason to get up in the morning, and a drive to make a difference. Your passions are worth fighting for, worth the risk, and certainly worth the potential failure. Now imagine what the world would look like if we all took risks to pursue our passions. Just conjure up that image. A world where every individual is fueled by passion, where creativity knows no bounds, and where the landscape of possibility is constantly expanding. That's the world we can shape when we dare to take risks and chase our dreams. Every person, every single one of us, possesses unique talents and resources. And these aren't just meant for personal gain. They're tools we can use to carve out our own paths, to create art, to innovate, to solve problems, to inspire others, and ultimately, to contribute to society. Picture Thomas Edison. His tireless pursuit of his passion, despite countless failures, led to the invention of the electric light bulb. Consider Rosa Parks. Her courageous stand against racial discrimination sparked a monumental civil rights movement. These individuals, driven by passion and undeterred by risks, have left an indelible mark on our world. They made a difference, and so can you. It's not merely about grand gestures or revolutionary ideas. Making a difference can be as simple as sharing your skills with others, volunteering in your community, or creating something that brings joy to people around you. Remember, it's in the act of taking risks and following our passions where we often find our purpose. And when we align our purpose with the goal of making a positive impact, we not only enrich our own lives, but we also have the potential to touch countless others. So let's not shy away from taking risks. Let's not stifle our passions out of fear. Instead, let's harness them, guide them, and use them as catalysts for change. Because at the end of the day, it's not the number of times we fall that defines us, but the number of times we rise, learn, grow, and continue to strive. Your risk-taking and passion-driven actions can and likely will make a difference. So, here we are at the crossroads of risk, failure, and passion. We've journeyed together through the realms of embracing risk, understanding that failure is not the end but a stepping stone towards success, and the pure exhilaration that comes with pursuing what sets your soul on fire. What we've unearthed is that these elements are not separate entities but a harmonious blend that shapes the course of our lives. Imagine a world where we all dared to take risks, where failure was celebrated as a teacher rather than feared as a monster, and where each one of us had the courage to chase after what truly ignites our passion. That's the world we strive to create, one risk, one failure, one passion at a time. So, as we stand at this crossroads, remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Take that risk, embrace the possibility of failure, and relentlessly chase your passions. Fall forward and continue to rise,